Welcome YouTubers, this is Pokediged here. So today I'm actually going to discuss about the Digimon Adventure Tri movie 5th, Symbiosis, or in Japanese, Kyousei. So I actually wanting to do this discussion for quite a while, but because of my laptop, for some odd reason, I have no idea that it doesn't want to record on this full screen mode. Like I have a setting on my laptop that can record comparing to our computer. It doesn't have like that kind of a system, but ever since I've been updating my laptop quite lately, I was able to use the software from the Xbox right here to do the screenshot right here for recording. So that's actually good for me to do that. That's how I also did the discussion about the plush doll of the life-size Meikoomon. So before I start talking or showing to you the clip and what's my favorite about this, I also want to talk about the new evolution that was revealed like already more than 2 or 3 weeks ago regarding about Meikoomon's Mega Form, the real good Mega Form, not the evil one, but the goddess mode, if you can call it that way. So yeah, without further ado, let's just play the video. But of course, I am not going to have the sound on because it's copyrighted and someone here just uploaded. So I'm not. So you can see I'm not logged in, and you can see that's ready mute. So as I play, I'm going to talk about it if I can catch up, of course. So you can see here a few clips of Meikoomon showing at the just like a flashback like that, as before Meikoomon met Meiko, and then they became partners and have the Digivice. Then you can see the barrier, like Meikoomon's in the cage, and using her as an experiment like that, like why is she a unique Digimon, why she has this ability to do a good thing or a bad thing, like that and so forth. Then you can see here right now the Digestants just looking at particularly at Meiko right here, as Meiko is talking to them regarding the truth of her Digimon partner of Meiko, that most of them don't know yet the full detail about Meicoomon. And then Meiko right here is like at the part here she was actually saying like, are we no longer comrades or are we no longer partners? So maybe she's saying it's either towards them or probably it's got to do with her Digimon partner Meicoomon. Then right here you can see a split second of a Digivice being surrounded by the purple electric, and her Digivice is still black mode. And you can still see this DNA mode, which I don't understand is why they have this one. Like, I'm still curious. So moving here, if you can recall the last clip that the perverted Dark Jedi tried to strangle Meicoomon, but then yes, we thought that she's gonna die because of the broken glasses. Because a lot of you says that with the broken glasses, person will die, but then she is alive. So yes, so now moving on, you can see here Taichi is actually talking to Meiko something. I'm not so sure about this clip. And then we can see here Meicoomon and then Meiko having their bonding time together during the pastime. You can see Meiko right here, still a young child, and Meicoomon here, still like a playful cat, like a playful kitty, even though with that plus eye, but it's still adorable. And then you can see here Meicoomon upset, but then out of nowhere it turns outrageous. Like her eyes turns from plus into cross, so that's actually scary. Then you can see here Hikari talking to someone, so she's either talking to Meiko or talking to everyone. So you can see here like a body from here, they're actually talking. Then this clip right here, Agumon's actually talking to Meiko, like just in this, I don't know where's this area. Agumon's just saying that Meicoomon still cares for Meiko like that, for sure, that Meicoomon will eventually go back to Meiko. And that's so sweet of him to say that. And then Meiko just hug him and then crying tears. That's so sweet. And then right here, Mimi is like saying, we'll eventually get Meiko back to Meiko no matter what, like that. Like, she really does care like that. And then in this clip, this lookalike Foxy from the Five Nights at Freddy, from my point of view, uh, just standing in this tall building, going in outrage mode. And I believe, like if you recall the Black Digivice, that moment, I think maybe this is the scene that eventually this Meikoomon will evolve into that evil Mega Evolution. That's my theory. So you can see Taichi again, like similarity of Hikari. Taichi is talking again to someone from the fiery area. So I'm thinking this scene where you can see the dark clouds, dark skies, they're still in the digital world. Still talking, and then all of a sudden, from the next clip, you can see all the four boys, and then three girls and one boy. All the four, I mean, eight Digidestins, just agree maybe to go back to the digital world and get Meiko back. I think this is the middle of the movie. This is what I think. Then you can see Meiko right here, still like having this fear whatsoever, and I can see something down there. I'm not so sure. You can see there, maybe it's a hand, maybe not. I could be wrong. And then this. A lot of people are still speculating that it could be Yamato's, it could be Taichi's hand, but we could be wrong. It could be someone else's hand. We may not know. And you can see bonding fire moment again. So in my theory, from what my point of view in this area, in this scene, it could be Taichi, the new shipping couple for those two, Yamato for Meiko, or Hikari talking to Meiko, something about the bonding will not broke, because you can recall of Meiko saying that maybe she's doubting that Meiko forgot about her, the bonding is for crash like that, like no more anymore. But Hikari just says that something about regarding about the bonding. She was saying that on the first 30-second trailer of the Digimon 5th movie. She did say that, but I forgot what was the real sentence of that Japanese sentences. So it could be Taichi, it could be Yamato, it could be Hikari talking to her from the bonfire, or it could be all of them like holding the hand. So it could be either these three holding her hand. So yeah. Then in this scene, you can see all four Digimon. Above right here, you can see Hackmon's Mega Evolution form. You can see Omegamon right here. Upper left is Alphamon. And the foot right here, you can see is Megamon's Mega form ready. So you can see here Hackmon's Mega form. And then in this scene, you can see Hikari still talking in upset mode. I don't know what happened. Everyone here is just like getting exhausted, especially the Digimons are very tired, except for Tailmon. In this clip, I'm actually very curious. Like, we know that all the Digimons, their memories has been wiped out, or in an easier term, has been rooted. So normally they should forget everything. So that means Tailmon evolving into staying into a champion form should be forgotten. Like it should be back into its rookie form to Cloudmon instead of Tailmon. So I'm just curious of this part is why Tailmon is still Tailmon when in fact her memories has been rebooted. It should be back into her rookie form of Cloudmon. So that's my fear on this clip. Then you can see in the scene right here, the three Digimons are surrounding in the digital world, I think, trying to invade the world because of the Dark Jedi scheme like that. And then in this dark room with the TV on, you can see an old man or just a random guy right here watching the TV, just staring at it out of nowhere, wearing glasses. So I'm assuming that maybe this is a new character, like either anti-hero, anti-villain, or probably the real villain for this whole tragic moment like that, starting of the rebooting, making Meiko go insane and so forth, trying to get Meicoomon for evasion to take over the world, the human world and the digital world, or it could be Meiko's father. It could, because if you can remember on the movie 3 of the Confession, Meiko's father actually wears glasses, if you can remember that. So I'm thinking it could be the villain, the main villain, or it could be Meiko's father in this scene. Well, we're not so sure yet until we find out on September 30th. And then this scene is very funny and very a little disturbing, just disturbing, because all of the Digimons are freaked out. Like Palmon, Piamon, Patamon in the first scene. Second clip you can see here Tailmon is also scared. And then Gomamon and Tailmon. I mean, Gomamon and Tentamon, but Tailmon, no, seriously, no difference. The face is still no difference. And then right here, like, really, what the heck? Gamon's just like also nervous. Agumon is eating hamburgers out of that scary moment and still have the nerves to eat hamburgers. Okay, okay. So moving on this clip right here, you can see weird moving grass or call them tentacles in a perverted way. It's a little weird why we're seeing moving tentacles or moving grass on the ground popping out of nowhere and trying to get the Digidestin's legs. So that means this is a little bit of a rating of a SPG or PG parent guidance. So this is so weird. So seeing the movie 4 of the hentai, Dark Jedi licking Sora's face, leaning against Meiko, and now we're seeing tentacles. What else are we going to see in this weird way? So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a SPG, I guess, or just a 10%, just because of this lookalike tentacles. Then we can see here Daiko is talking to someone, maybe to this someone could be Maki or to the Digidestins, but he seems very nervous, very anxious. I'm not so sure, but it could be Maki at this point. But speaking of Maki, I have no idea what happened to her. All we know, in fact, that we have last seen her was seen that she finally get to see Bakumon, but yet Bakumon has lost its memories. Like Bakumon forgot her memories, and she thought that Bakumon will remember her as her Digimon partner way back then. But eventually, the plan didn't work out so well. Good news, they meet up. Bad news, it didn't turn out so well because Bakumon lost the memories, been rebooted, and then she gone insane. So we don't know if Maki is back into the human world or she has been recovered. We have no idea if it's going to appear in this movie. And then moving straight to this clip, you can see this is the same building, like I said just a while ago, that Meicoomon like screaming out of nowhere above that building, then move into this. So yeah, when I saw this, I'm like, why am I seeing a cyborg right now? Like before it was like a Meicoomon lookalike Foxy based on the Five Nights at Freddy's, that horror game that I kept screaming on my sister's let's play that time. You can hear me screaming like in same mode. You can like literally hear my screaming. And then now we're seeing a cyborg, and it's, oh my gosh, I don't know what to explain about this. I'm not so sure whether I should like this form or not, but there's a good news about its other form, which I'll talk about it in the next video. So yeah, let's move on. Then you can see here all the Digidestins are back into the human world. Then they notice that Meicoomon went into the Mega form, which we just saw just in this clip right here. Then you can see Meiko right here is like hoping that maybe she could try to stop it and then go back into the cute innocent Meicoomon, if we can see that. And then you can see here Hackmon is talking to someone or talking to the gangs. I'm not so sure. And then we can see shipping again. We can see shippings again. Shipping of Takeru and Hikari, and then Koshiro and Mimi, and not you two, of course, but of course the guys should come for the ladies, right? Like a true gentleman should do. But I'm so happy that they keep the shipping together, like Takari and then Korumi or Komimi, I guess. But in this clip, I wonder is why Mimi is crying. So, of course, something may not happen to her Digimon or her. So that's the good news. But maybe it's something else that she's crying for. But yeah, seeing Koshiro trying to comfort her, that makes me so happy. Really a true gentleman. So moving on, you can see the buildings right here. they're in their human world. And then in this clip right here, oh crap, in this section, this few seconds clip, you can see Rosemont just half of her body, seeing her sexy legs, and then you can see Bergermon from a far distance. I'm not so sure. This one's Bergermon or this is Bergermon. I'm not so sure. Maybe this one. It has to be this. Then you can see here Metal Garurumon, Hercules Capucherimon from far right there. And then here's Wargreymon, and then this Hackmon's Mega Evolution yet again, and it's so humongous compared to the others. It's like it's bigger than Meikoomon's Mega Form. Like, what the heck? It's like it's really that enormous, huh? You can see here Hikari has just been saved by Sora because Sora is like a mother to them, like that in the group. You can see Meiko there, like chasing down all the way down just to stop the evolution, the mega evolution of Meicoomon. That's what I think. And then the other Digidestins are trying to chase after her. Then in this clip, you can see the battle between Omegamon and, of course, again, Meikoomon's Mega Form. Then above here, wait, give me that moment. Above here, you can see Alphamon and then Hatmon's Mega Form again. And I do apologize that I keep forgetting its name. It begins with J, that's all I remember. And then in this upside down clip, I didn't know at first what was it, but then they said that this is actually Dark Janai. So I just call it Pervert Janai because he's really the perverted. So you can see him, like he's in another dimension, I guess. I'm not so sure what his potential in this scene right here. Then in this clip, you can see a half face of Yamato and a half face of Taichi. I think in this clip that their Digimons of Metal Garurumon and Wargreymon merge together, or DNA Shinka evolve into Omegamon. And then you can see here two random Digimon of Alphamon and the Hackmon's Megaform battling each other, but yet he is tougher than Applemon. I don't know why what happened. And then this clip came again. The same clip from the first trailer, that 30 seconds trailer. No difference about Tailmon's Megaform, the fall down mode. So a lot of you are actually hoping that her Megaform will be a funny mode, but a lot of you still say that it should be Horidrama because of the product that the Toei Animation and the Bandai was giving to us, like the Digivice of Hikari and then the cards that's given out. That's been always Horidrama instead of a Funimon, which I understand that, but we may not know. It could be a Funimon or it could be another form of Angel Woman. It could fool us around, so we cannot say or conclude that it could be a Funimon or it could be Horidrama in the end when Tailmon fully recovered from this evil mode. But it makes me wonder what made Tailmon evolve into the evil side. Because normally Tailmon should be on the bright side like that, thinking the bright side, not the dark side. So this is very interesting to see my favorite character going to the dark side for a few moments or some good reason. It could be like, this isn't my own theory, it's just my own yes, just my own theory. So I could be right, I could be wrong. So yeah, this is just a maybe to save Meicoomon. That's why she had to turn evil, or something that made her upset to see her partner Hikari maybe got hurt whatsoever, so it made her go evil. And it makes me recall of what happened to Taichi. If you can remember that, like Taichi forced Greymon evolving into the ultimate form, but end up wrong and end up turning into Skull Greymon. Like that's from the very first series of the Digimon Adventures, like the very first series. So it's kind of like resembles of a brother and sister, like siblings has to suffer, like there's some bright moments but then turn into dark moments. So this is actually a little bit interesting for this scene to come. Then moving on, you can see the two protagonists. The guy is trying to save Meicoomon. Meiko. I'm so sorry. I keep saying the names mixed up of Meicoomon and Meiko because their names sound so the same. Ah, they're like running their asses off and then trying to I don't know, just trying to save Meiko. You can see here the last split of scene of Omegamon. Then you see the credits whatsoever like that. Then by the end of this clip, you can see that you can get your Blu-ray and DVD on November 2nd, which I'm dying to get it because there's my favorite character of Hikari and Tailmon. But this is the of Finding One Fall Down mode, and it's very interesting to see it. And then the last clip, the few second clip right here, she actually says here like that Meikumo no longer cares about me, like she's very depressed like that, very upset, like why is like maybe Meikumon's maybe abandoning her like that. That's what she says, but I cut it on because it's copyrighted and I don't own the video. So yeah, that's the end of this video right here. So in my own theory about the Digimon Adventure Tri, I have a few points that I'm still kind of curious that they're probably missing out. Not the problem of this film, but there's some few major points that I'm still curious, like why they don't show it. Like yes, obviously number one, what happened to season 2 characters of Daisuke, Ken, Ichijoji, Miyako, and Yori? What happened to these 4 season 2 characters? Because we only seen them for the first movie of Reunion, and that's about it, being defeated by Alphamon, and their Digivice were destroyed. And then Maki all of a sudden just get Ken Ichijoji's black Digivice. Like, how did that happen? I don't know why. And then, second of all, yes, about Maki. What happened to her? We don't see Maki in this clip. Did she really came back to the human world safely without being psychotic, like being insane because her Digimon partner does not recognize her or remembers her anymore, thanks to her for following the Dark Jedi, doing the reboot system just to get Bakumon, but nope, Bakumon just literally forgot about her. And then number 3 is what's the real reason that Tailmon end up evolving to the evil form of a Funnymon Folda mode? That's one thing I'm curious about. And a bonus question is why don't they have the season 2 evolutions, like the armor evolutions, the DNA evolutions uh, Hikari and Takuru's Digivices, because their Digivices are different than the other 6 Digidestins. So in this clip, they should be showing some season 2 theme like that, like the our Digi eggs, the DNA evolutions. I think because I wonder like what's the point of having this Digimon Adventure Tri without having some clips or some moments such from the season 2, because since we have seen the season 2 characters from the very beginning of the movie of the Tri, why don't they show the armored evolution on this clip since they have that Digivice as well, the D3? So that's about it for my discussion, and I'm so sorry it's a little bit too long for nearly 25 minutes. As you can see, I can actually tell because of the number right there as I'm talking on the laptop. So if you enjoyed this discussion about it and you have any questions about the Digimon Adventures Try number 5, Symbiosis, or in Japanese, Kyousei, leave a comments below and what do you think of your own theory about this movie. And for me personally, I'm just excited to see my favorite character, but I'm finding disappointed that they're focusing too much on Meiko and Meicoomon, but not to Hikari and Tailmon. They should be focusing on the 2 girls more instead of like just only one. Like they only focus too much on Meiko but not Hikari. Like that's a little bit unfair because of the poster. It shows Hikari and funny fold down mode. So that's about it, guys. If you enjoyed it, click the like, subscribe to my channel, and what's your own theory? Comment as well on this video. So till then, guys, see you all in the next anime preview.